It's a very different kind of show as compared to Nagin. But obviously, it's fantasy. I am extremely insecure because when Teju comes to the set, he spends time with her and I'm left alone. So I'm very insecure like that because she snatches him from me. Hey guys, this is Gashmeer Mahajani and you are watching me on PeepingMoon.com.
Welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I am Rashita Sahni and today joining me for a super interesting conversation is Gashmeer, who's all set to impress us all with his new show Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal. Hi, how have you been?
I've been very good, very busy and glad that I am.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's good to be busy these days.
Always.
But you know, this one, your look right here, everything.
It's very scary.
It's scary, but it's different.
Yeah.
Something, I'm not very sure about it. They tell that, you know, when you watch the show, you will come to know more about it, but you tell me, what uniqueness are you getting into this?
Me looking like this is very unique for a change. And I think it's fantasy fiction.
Yeah.
So it's a fantasy love story. So it's something that is not done that often on Indian television in the format that we are doing it.
Okay.
It's neither a bi-weekly show, it's not a weekend show, it's not a daily soap. It's 1 hour of content on every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's a very disruptive format. It's disrupting all the norms of television.
Yeah.
So I think that's an experiment and an adventure at the same time from the part of the channel, from the part of the producers and from us actors as well, because we've not worked in this format in this way. So aap dekhne jaye to we are creating 3 hours of content every week. So that's like practically 2 movies every week. And we're doing it only for 52 episodes.
Yeah.
And the good part about it is that because it's 52 episodes, we know where the character is starting, where it's going to come at the center point and where it's going to end. So there's a lot of clarity while shooting.
Yeah. So 52 episodes, there's no scope of a second season or something?
Why not?
Yeah.
If it works, whatever works does continue.
Definitely.
So like if you take Colors, Nagin has continued for 6 seasons.
Yeah.
So not that I'm saying that this is on the same lines. It's a very different kind of show as compared to Nagin. But obviously it's fantasy and that is fantasy too. So after 52 episodes, we get a great response, people love it, which we are hoping and confident about. Then obviously they'll write an extension of the story for 50 more episodes and then we'll come up with a new season.
Correct. You know, I remember when the first promo of the show released, a lot of people started calling it Indian Vampire Diaries. That happened. I read a lot of comments also and people who were excited. How do you see this comparison as?
It's... I have nothing to do with it. I did not do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But isn't it a good feeling, because if you see Vampire Diaries, it has been like so famous globally.
I
everywhere.
think yes, Vampire Diaries though, there have been so many shows which have had wolves in the backdrop. There is a series called Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
There is Wolverine that you've seen before. There is the Vampire Diaries. There is Twilight, which has vampires, a fantasy love story. Yeah. So it's not just the Vampire Diaries. There's a lot of shows that have happened which have had werewolves or vampires as in the human form and loving humans. So it's the backdrop is that.
Correct.
But as far as I am concerned, I can only speak for my character.
Correct.
And that is Arman. So Arman is my version of a werewolf. So that is something that can be called as new because it's a new boy.
Correct.
And it's a new performance. So yes.
How similar or different is Arman from you?
He's exactly like me. Only I'm not a werewolf. I don't suck blood.
Yeah. Your eyes are not this green.
Yeah, they are not. Yeah, they're actually yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
So they are not like that. So and I don't have the superpowers that he has. But apart from that, if the emotional or the intellectual side of him, if you take that, it has to be me.
Correct.
I have to find myself, like I have to find an Arman from within for the whatever emotional ride that he's going to go throughout the series. I have to find that particular emotion from myself. So otherwise I won't be true to the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, Arman is me, apart from the superpower part. Yes.
Okay, that's great. But also talking about this 2 hero format, we have seen it in a lot of television shows and movies a lot of times. That being said, did that ever, you know, bring in any sense of insecurity while working with Karan?
I'm extremely insecure. Not from Karan.
Karan, yeah.
I'm extremely insecure because when Teju comes to the set, he spends time with her and I'm left alone. So I'm very insecure like that because she snatches him from me. So that's the only insecurity I have.
That's great. And how was it sharing screen space with both Karan and Reem?
I think it was fantastic. It's still an ongoing process because we've only shot for 1.5 months.
Yeah.
There's still 4 more months to go. But so far so good. And with Karan, he's also quite into the show. He wants to do something. He is committed to it.
Yeah.
So as long as that is happening, you are fine. I mean, I am fine. I mean, if the actor who's working with me is equally committed and involved, you instantly gel up and you feel good about it. That okay, it's not just you, somebody else who's working with you as a co-actor is also as dedicated and committed to it. So he is. That is a good thing, you know.
Fantastic. Lastly, Gashmeer, there is this notion that has been attached with people who work, actors who work with the television industry, that, you know, they cannot be in films or it's not very easy for them because they have this television baggage on their shoulders. What do you suggest? Because we have had some great actors from the television entering Bollywood and representing India overall.
Correct.
So what's your point of view as someone who works in the television?
It depends. It depends on what kind of shows you're doing. And I believe that it is very person specific. As I think you answered your own question that you have had people like right from Irfan sir, who had done majorly television in the 90s. Suddenly by the end of 90s and early 2000, he forayed into cinema and then went international. And then, you know, because of the phenomenal actor that he was. So I just believe that for me, as a person, I can speak for myself. I cannot do a show which runs for 2 years or 3 years continuously. I think if that happens, then for me, I would feel that I'm wasting a lot of valuable time of mine, which I could use exploring other things. So that's why it's always a limited series for me. So post Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal, I will start shooting for my web show. I'll start shooting for my Marathi film. So that's all in the pipeline. So it's just actor specific, I feel.
Fantastic. But of course, we cannot wait to watch you in the show now. All the very best for it, and thank you for joining in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.